didn't feel right. So for a whole 2 months, I was in for, well, in October all the way to like the middle of November. A month, not 2 months, like a middle of November or whatever. They wouldn't give me any tests, and I had to demand them to do an X-ray. Once I demanded them to do an X-ray, they rushed me, told me come back in and admit yourself as soon as possible. So I went back in as soon as like 2 hours right after I took the X-ray, and they told me that my fourth vertebrae was crushed. You ever spit out a bone and you look, you know how a crushed bone look? That's how it looked. Vertebrae is on your spine. So I need to have emergency surgery to put titanium in between my third and fifth vertebrae. And they said it's either an infection or it's either the cancer came back. Lo and behold, the cancer came back. So once they told me that the cancer came back, it was like, Florida's not it. I'm moving back to New York. I have to move back because I have to be closer to my doctors. So I moved back to New York. And lo and behold, they claimed it to be stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. This is where metastatic means now that it's not curable, it's only treatable. So it's something that now that I have to live with for the rest of my life. I can't describe, I can't even describe, I will try to describe the thought that I had. I started writing my will out. I wrote different things that I want to happen for my kids. My husband had to cope with it. There's so many different people that have to cope with the fact that you're dying, that I'm eventually gonna die, and the expectation is between 5 to 10 years. It's kind of crazy. I went through the whole crying, and still to this day I cry every day. But then I have to pull myself together and get my strength up because there's some things that I want to do before I go. One thing is to make awareness to women. You are always to know your body and always to pay attention to your body. Anything that you feel that's not right, you go check it out. My motto is see something, say something. You have to go and see what's going on. I'm starting a new nonprofit organization called Blush, which is stands for Bold Leaders Unite Sincere Humanity. This is going to be a seminar portion of my other nonprofit organization, which is called BIT, Bring It to the Table. This is the seminar portion where we're doing different seminars about women awareness, women empowerment, different fun seminars, get that ring for ladies that's single, things like that. But as far as me with the cancer thing, it's kind of hard to live with knowing that you're gonna die and not knowing when. The good thing they tell me is that I'll feel myself gradually getting worse, and it won't be sudden. So that's one thing that I'm blessed about, where I'll be able to feel myself gradually get worse. But I promised my husband we have 60 years, and to know that I'm not gonna have that is kind of painful. It's kind of stressful. But when you have such a good support system, and when I say support system, I mean not only your family, when you have good friends, when you have your daughter's school supporting you and making sure everything is good with your child, when you have your godmother that makes sure your child get back and forth to school, your husband, my husband, who's amazing, who's there for me every chance and every time, anything I need, he's there for me. He's the best husband I can ask for. But those little things makes it hard. So when I got back, they didn't do any surgery. They put me on a pill called LaTell's, which is a chemo pill. My hair didn't fall back out, as y'all can see. My hair didn't fall back out, but I was bald. I'm gonna put pictures. I'm gonna send pictures up so y'all can see how I looked without any hair. So as I'm doing so good, the pain was so intense of when Florida did the surgery. They made it really close to my chest, so it was starting to fracture my ribs. So I had to start my reconstruction. So what the reconstruction did was they took the fat from the top of my back and moved it to the front and put an expander in. That was on September 5th of 2018. So everything was going great. Just so recently, on the day before Thanksgiving, I want to say that's the 21st, the 20th. Actually, I got admitted into the hospital because I had a bad infection on that side. They said it was I got there just in time. It was a soda can full of infection. I wound up spending Thanksgiving in the hospital. They had to remove the expander. I still got a little fat or whatever there. I'm going to show y'all pictures and everything. I do still have a little fat and everything there from my own tissue that they moved from my back. But this is the last surgery that I went through. So once this is the second time they put the expander in, and basically my body rejected it because it caught an infection again. I said I'm not gonna hold off with doing any reconstruction surgery. My body can't take it. Just to show y'all real quick, I have a draining still from the surgery. Hopefully today, I'm on my way to the doctor now. Hopefully they take out the drain. This is the drain that you get from surgery, from breast surgery and anything like that. So I have that in right now. That hopefully be taken out today because that's very painful. So this is just the beginning. I'm going to talk to y'all more about my struggle and my pain and just the whole where my mindset is at, so everybody can know that when you have cancer, you're not alone. We all have the same thoughts. We all have the same mindset. But that's just the beginning of y'all. Y'all going to see me again with my beautiful wig that I got from my bestie, my long childhood friend, Tisha. I'm going to do another one where y'all can see the beautiful wig that she gave me because of the fact that I had cancer. She's amazing. And I'm just trying to help with this awareness of cancer. So y'all see back to me soon. I love you all. LaTell's Smith. Don't forget my name. And I'll see y'all again soon. Bye.